Please do not scroll. Do you know long ago, before villagers dared settle near the western mountains, travelers whispered about a cursed place known as Black Dust Valley? A stretch of land where the soil was dark like burnt charcoal, even though no fire had touched it for generations. Birds never flew over it. Wolves refused to cross it. Even the wind avoided that valley. But a young hunter named Kinu, bold and stubborn, did not believe in ghost stories. He wanted to see the valley for himself. One evening, just before sunset, he journeyed toward the black soil with only his spear, his courage, and the foolish pride of youth. When he reached the mouth of the valley, the world changed. The air grew dry and silent. No insects buzzed, no leaves rustled. It felt like the valley was holding its breath. Kinu stepped forward. With each step, the ground beneath him sank softly like ash. The sun dipped lower, stretching long shadows across the dead land. He knelt down, picked up a handful of the dark soil, and let it fall through his fingers. It wasn't dust, it was burnt bone powder. Human bones, something scraped beneath the ground. Kinu rose quickly, spear in hand. The soil around him shifted, forming small holes, hundreds of them, opening like tiny mouths in the earth. Pale fingers pushed through the soil, then bony wrists, then arms thin as sticks. Dozens of figures crawled out, not alive, but not fully dead bone eaters. Their skin was gray and pulled tight over their skulls. Their eyes were white and empty. Their ribs poked through their skin like sharp branches. But the worst part, they were blind. Yet they tilted their heads toward Kinu as if they could smell his fear. One took a deep, rattling sniff. Another scraped its long nails across the dirt. Kinu stepped back, but the movement made the bones in his legs crack softly. The bone eaters froze. They heard it. A hiss rose from all of them at once, a sound like wind blowing through hollow skulls. Then they moved fast. They crawled toward him on all fours, their limbs bending in unnatural angles. Kinu sprinted toward the valley's edge, heart pounding. The creatures followed, silent except for the scraping of their long nails. One of them reached him first. A hand grabbed his ankle, icy cold, impossibly strong. Kinu plunged his spear down, piercing the creature's arm. But instead of bleeding, the bone eater only screamed, a high, hollow sound that echoed through every bone in Kinu's body. More hands clawed up from the dirt. The valley came alive with pale limbs, grasping, dragging, reaching. Kinu ran harder, lungs burning. At the last moment, just as the sun disappeared, he leapt out of the valley's edge and rolled onto safe ground. The bone eaters stopped instantly, as if an invisible wall held them back. They stood at the border of the valley, their heads all turning toward him at once. Dozens of empty eyes staring, dozens of mouths opening slowly. And then, in a single whisper carried by no wind, "We heard your bones, and we will hear them again." Kinu escaped, but some nights, when he walked near the mountains, he swore he could hear the bone eaters crawling beneath the soil, waiting for him to return. Please like and subscribe for video like this.